strong think they can triumph in the land of the giants. The Ayr Scottish Eagles haven't won in the Odyssey Arena all season. Now in the Challenge Cup final, can the Belfast Giants stand firm on home territory? Belfast Giants against Ayr Scottish Eagles. Live ice hockey action from 1:30 in this week's Sunday Grandstand from Northern Ireland, only on BBC Two.
BBC One goes through the night with BBC News 24 in a few minutes, after a word on the weekend weather from Peter Gibbs.
Hello there. In a moment on Weatherview we'll be heading off to warmer climes, but let's start with a reminder that we're not out of the winter months yet across the UK. Looking at a widespread frost, some icy patches to watch out for on untreated roads. Want to see wintry showers drifting down across eastern England and the threat of some patchy fog developing across many southern areas by the end of the night, and some pretty low temperatures for a time as well, down to -5 perhaps through the Welsh Marches. So let's head off for some warmth. The clear skies of India at this time of the year, down through the tropical showers of the southeast of Asia and into Australia, where we have got some bands of cloud that are giving some patchy rain across central parts of Australia. Much of that, though, tending to clear away northwards in the next 2 or 3 days. Not looking too bad for the Grand Prix in Melbourne. Should stay dry, temperatures around 19 or 20 degrees, a little bit hotter than that in Sydney. Moving northwards away from Australia, pick up a great mass of cloud that's been developing over the southwest Pacific. That's a developing tropical storm, Maitag, that's going to be heading westwards over the next few days, and it looks like it may well be heading for the Philippines. So we'll keep a close eye on that one as it moves westwards in the next 3 or 4 days, middle of the week, before those strong winds begin to push in towards the Philippines. But some strong winds too developing over the eastern side of the USA. Perhaps the last of the winter storms, well, we'll have to see on that one, but certainly as it pushes through, it's going to pull in some very cold air out of central Canada. You can see that fanning out across the eastern seaboard into the Atlantic, so a real drop in temperature for many parts of the states through the early part of next week. Not quite yet in New York, temperatures holding up, but that rain's certainly arriving by Sunday. Denver, temperatures dropping right away to -10, but still some warm Californian sunshine to be found in Los Angeles, up to 19 or 20 degrees. The Caribbean is quite a good destination too at this time of the year. 1 or 2 showers, but you usually find those through the evening and nighttime period. Lots of very pleasant warm sunshine in between, but the sunshine perhaps not so plentiful across the Canaries in the next 2 or 3 days. We're going to find some showery outbreaks of rain working their way down from the north. It's the tail end of this weather system. It's going to be moving in towards Spain and Portugal, bringing lots of rain, lots of wind too in across here through the weekend and into the early part of next week. Already we've got a fair amount of cloud across the Iberian Peninsula. The cloud that's affecting northern France should clear away though in time for that rugby match at Paris during Saturday, but some more cloud beginning to nudge in towards the northern parts of the UK. That'll bring some patchy rain, just nuisance value really, across Northern Ireland, Scotland, in across northern England, eventually drifting down in towards the Midlands. Again, that rain not amounting to a great deal, and southwards of that could hang on to some bright weather, but not a particularly warm day anyway. Temperatures at between 6 and 9 degrees. It should feel milder by Sunday though. Temperatures into double figures in many areas, some brightness coming through. In fact, brightness more widespread, I think, in general, with still that patchy rain affecting the northwest of Scotland, and a similar picture into the early part of next week. By midweek, though, turning rather more unsettled. That's your forecast. Bye-bye.
I like it because it takes the side of the consumer.
It does expose the things that are going on.
Drawing people on issues and getting them to answer whether they like it or not.
I think it's very good that people have something like that they can ring up and make a complaint, rather than ring Watchdog.
It also hopefully makes retailers more aware as well, that people will be knowledgeable about their rights.
Loads of people get ripped off and they can't do anything about it, so I think it is good to have that helping hand.
Fair Play, Monday at 7:30 on BBC One.
Now on BBC One Northern Ireland, BBC News 24 from the late team here in Belfast. Have a good weekend. Good night.
The environment is suffering. There's limited resources, and this is a way of extending the resources and how they're managed. And in our society, it's just become, now it's a no-brainer.
This Canadian city has found its own way of dealing with the problem. But there are many in Britain who think we are still struggling with the crucial issue of what to do with our waste. Richard Bilton, BBC News, Edmonton in Canada.
And those are some of our main stories for the moment. And now it's back to our diplomatic editor, Brian Hanrahan, who's at the Commonwealth Heads of Government Summit in Queensland, Australia. Brian.
Alistair, while you've been away getting the rest of the news, we've been enjoying a pageant of Australia.